Hey boys! Today I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I want to see in Grand Theft Auto 6 when it releases. Who knows if any of this is even going to make it into the game. I think we have a couple ideas about what's going to be coming into GTA, thanks to that kid who leaked everything about GTA 6 a few months back that's now been arrested and thrown in prison, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, shout out to my boy, free my boy. Anyways, the first thing that I want to see in GTA 6, this is a pretty basic one, but I'm going to explain it a little bit. The first thing that I want to see at number 10 is a modern setting. This is my thing. I have Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to start off with this. It might not make sense right away, but it will. With Red Dead Redemption 2, I have played about 11 hours of it, I think, in total, since I bought it all the way back in, 2018 or something like that. I've had this game for a very long time and I've only played it for 11 hours, whereas with GTA I've played way too much. I'm not even going to say how much I played, but a lot. I think the biggest thing with Red Dead that I struggle with, and this might just be the way that my brain works or whatever, and I think a lot of people also would agree with me. I struggle with Red Dead 2 because it's like the progression of the game. It's like, I'm a cowboy, I have a horse, what am I gonna unlock? You know what I mean? What am I gonna move on to? Am I gonna get a better horse? Oh, I got the best horse. Okay, now I need one. Like, I don't know how many guns there are in Red Dead, I haven't played enough, but like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm gonna unlock the best shotgun in the game, and then that's literally all the progression of Red Dead Redemption 2. I think that having a modern setting though, for GTA, I mean, I'm not saying GTA is going to be set in the Wild West, obviously, we all know that. But even if it was set in like the 80s, 90s, something like that, I still think that it would struggle because it would kind of suck to be stuck in that time frame. It would be really limiting for the developers, because you can't just come up with new cars that you can add into the game that are, you know, modern and futuristic and everything. You're limited to what is available in the time frame when the game is set. So I hope that it's a modern setting, because that means we're going to get all the newest cars that we have in real life, newest helicopters, planes, military vehicles, everything like that. We're not going to be limited by the constraints of, you know, time frame. So that's why I want a modern setting, and I'm pretty sure it is going to be modern Miami or modern Vice City. I'm like 99% sure that's what's going to happen with GTA 6, but that is something that I just want to know is going to happen with GTA 6, because if it's set in like even the 90s or like the early 2000s, it's still going to be pretty limiting for the devs for like what they can add into the game. So I just want to see a modern setting, like a hyper modern setting, like 2025, when the game comes out or whatever. I just want the setting to be very modern, so that, you know, I feel like that's an easy ask. I feel like they're already doing that, so that is something that I do want to see. At number 9, the next thing that I want to see is more properties to purchase. Now, more types of properties as well as just more properties. Like, if there is a building in GTA, you should be able to buy it. Like, every single building in the whole game, I would love to be able to buy. And, you know, if you could rent them out in online or something like that, that would be so sick. And if you could buy mansions, and who cares if you have to share the mansion with somebody else? Who cares if outside the mansion you can't have your cars out there because they're gonna get blown up or whatever? Maybe they can do some sort of thing where you're in like a bubble on the map where it's your own mansion, and somebody can own the same mansion as you, but when you go outside of it and you're in, like, say the yard of the mansion or something like that, your cars can be in there, nobody can get in unless you invite them in, stuff like that. I think that that would be a really interesting way to incorporate it into GTA, to be able to own houses, mansions, whatever, and, you know, have them be your own versus somebody else's. So just more properties to purchase in general would be so awesome to see. Being able to purchase like skyscrapers or something like that, commercial buildings, and make money off them, that would be super sick to see. So, you know, just more properties to purchase. You know, if you see it, I'd like to be able to buy it. Obviously, I think that's probably a huge ask. I don't think that's going to happen, but how cool would that be, right? Now, at number 8, this one's pretty obvious. More cars, and more of an incentive to grind and get different ones. Cars that you need to do certain things, cars that have extra functions, similar to how GTA 5 works. There's certain cars that are really good that everybody wants, you know, cars with Imani tech, those are awesome. You know, you need a fast supercar for supercar races. You need, you know, an insurgent to be able to go around in free mode. If you don't have an Imani tech vehicle. Stuff like that would be really cool to see. Just more cars in general, more cars would always be, you know, a welcome thing for sure. I want a car list that's huge. I mean, GTA 5 has a lot of cars to begin with, but having even more cars would be awesome. But also, an important thing is having a place to store every single car. Make it so we can have as many garages as we want, so we can have as many cars as we want, up to say like 1,000 cars or something like that, or maybe more, maybe 2,000 cars. Like that would be really awesome. Like we need to be able to, you know, have every single car in the game if we want to, and we need to be able to have 2 of each if we want to. I think more cars, and you know, more of an incentive to purchase different cars based on your needs and stuff, like, you know, a need to have a Toreador, a need to have an Insurgent, a need to do this, a need to do that, all that sort of stuff. I would just obviously like to see more cars with more functions. I think that's a pretty obvious one. I think most people would like to see that. Now, number 7, we have another one: more customizability. This is something that kind of ties into more cars, and with the houses and apartments and stuff like that, being able to customize exactly what you want to do. Or maybe not exactly what you want to do, but like a lot more things. Now, from what I saw with the leaks of GTA 6, it seems like there is a ton of customizability with the cars. Like you can change the stitching, what's on the steering wheel, stuff like that. Don't know if that's going to make it all the way into the game, but that is a leak that I saw, and I'm pretty sure it's real. But being able to do that not only with cars, but also with like clothing or something, being able to design clothes would be sick, although there would be some obvious issues with that would arise, I'm sure. But still, having the ability to customize clothes would be really cool. And then obviously having the ability to customize apartments and houses would be sick. Even the exteriors of them, that would be so cool. Could you imagine being able to change the color of your house in GTA? Could you imagine being able to purchase furniture at a furniture store and bring it to your house and set it up exactly the way that you want to? Like even if it's like 10 different spots where you could put like one thing, like a couch or something, that would be so sick. Even if it doesn't mean anything, it's just another thing to do in GTA that we could all have fun doing, that everybody would enjoy doing. You know, customizing your house, making it look the way you want to, putting paintings on your walls, putting, you know, statues in your house, plants in your house, furniture, everything like that. More customizability would be just amazing. It would be amazing to see. That's something that I definitely want to see in GTA 6. Now, number 6, the next thing that I want to see in GTA is anti-cheat. I know GTA technically has like anti-cheat sort of, but especially on PC, if you've ever played in a PC lobby, it doesn't seem like there's much in the way of anti-cheat because everyone has a menu. Everybody cheats. It's not safe to play in. Obviously, a few months ago, there was that time where you couldn't even go on GTA or risk, you know, getting your account deleted and your cars wiped and everything. And like, that's not cool. So I'd like to see some sort of anti-cheat in GTA 6 for sure. Whether it's on console or on PC, I'd like to see it on both. I think it should be on both platforms to reduce, you know, the amount of cheaters that are out there in GTA. I think that would be really great to see. Obviously, I think this is something that pretty much everyone would want to see, except for those miserable hacking people on PC probably. So I hope that anti-cheat does come to GTA Online in GTA 6. Next up at number 5, more incentive to do things that people might not necessarily want to do. Play races, adversary modes, missions, everything like that doesn't pay a lot in GTA 6, assuming that it's all going to be in GTA 6, which I have to think the races and adversary modes and stuff are going to make an appearance in GTA 6. They need to like 10x the payments of these things, or maybe not 10x, but like 5x, you know, 6x. Something like that, to make people actually want to play races, adversary modes, and missions and stuff like that. Things that a lot of people don't do in GTA, mostly because they don't pay very well. Races in GTA are some of the best things that have ever been added to GTA Online. I would say stunt racing especially, fantastic. A lot of the adversary modes are a lot of fun too, but you can never find somebody to play them with, especially if you're a solo player and you're just hopping in looking for a session of them. Very hard to get into races, adversary modes, or missions, anything like that. So having more of an incentive to do them, the best way to incentivize people to do that is by paying a lot more money. Make these pay very well to get players into playing them. I think that's super important. They need to do that. Praying that comes to GTA 6 for sure. And number 4, I have one that kind of ties into number 8, and that is extremely realistic cars. I want to see Rockstar's copyright infringement team go absolutely crazy in this game. I want to see replicas, you know what I mean? I want to see replicas of real life Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Chevrolet, you know, Camaros, Corvettes, Mustangs, Paganis, like every single car brand in GTA, I want to see like extreme replicas of. GTA 5 has been pretty good at it recently, and it's gotten better over time for sure. But if we could just start at the point we're at now in GTA with like the realism for the cars, That would be sick. I want to see some super realistic cars. I also want to see the ability to use like turn signals. That would be sick. More unique engine sounds, more unique exhaust sounds. The ability to change the exhaust sound as well would be really cool. The ability to change the exhaust sound and maybe even tune cars, that would be super cool to see as well. And on top of this, I'd also like to see like a horsepower figure for the cars, you know? I think that that would be super unique to see. I don't think the GTA will do that. It's just not quite GTA's style, but having a horsepower figure would be really cool to see. Having a torque figure would be really cool to see. Doubt we'll get that, but you know, I would like to see turn signals regardless, and more engine sounds, and you know, being able to change the exhaust sound of your car would, you know, really sick. If you want to make it crack and pop, you can do that. If you don't want it to crack and pop at all, you can also do that. I would like to see that a lot. That is something that is super important to me for GTA 6. And number 3, I want to see more ways to make money, more innovative ways to make money. Now, GTA Online right now, as it is, has a ton of ways to, you know, make money. There's so many different ways. There's heists, there's businesses, you know, each of those things has like 20 different, you know, subsets that you can do, different heists, different businesses that you can run, all that sort of stuff. But as I sort of touched on earlier, I think that it would be super interesting to be able to purchase more buildings in GTA and get like rental income, for example. And if Rockstar wants to, they could even tie into that. You know, sometimes your tenants need a new dishwasher or something, where you would have to go to the store and buy a dishwasher or something and put it in the place, or just pay somebody to do it. Stuff like that I think would be really interesting. It would make the game a lot more in-depth, I feel like, and it could make you able to earn a lot more money, but in different ways. And I think that that would be really interesting to see, you know, the guys that do the illegal sort of, you know, drug trade or whatever in GTA 6 Online. And then there's the guys that are like the property guys that own a bunch of, you know, houses and everything like that, and their rental income is crazy. That would be really cool. And then beyond like just the sale missions, like selling to, you know, Los Santos or Blaine County, and if you sell to Los Santos you make more money. It'd be cool if there were like certain buyers that you could sell to repeatedly, and if you sold to certain buyers like more and more, they would give you like a better and better deal. Or if you bought supplies from a certain person versus another, if you bought supplies from the one guy, over time you'd develop like a relationship with them, sort of, you know what I mean? And they'd give you, you know, a better deal on buying supplies, or you get paid more money for delivering to one guy over another, stuff like that. Like just interesting little ways that, you know, you can change things up, and you can, you know, commit to selling to one dude and buying supplies from one dude. And if you keep doing that, eventually it will get better and better, and the deal will get better and better. You'll make more and more money, and you know, that would be really, really cool. And then, you know, if you do sell to somebody else or whatever, that guy could get mad at you and you can make less money for selling to him. Like stuff like that, just making it like more in depth, just crazier, and different things that you can do. I think that that would be super cool. Next up, number 2, I want to see an updating map. For example, you know, the skyscraper in Los Santos that's been under construction forever, I'd like to see that get finished over time. You know what I mean? If there's something similar in GTA 6, there's a building getting built in GTA 6, I'd like over time, maybe with every update that gets, you know, added into GTA 6 Online, the skyscraper gets a little bit more and more complete, or buildings get torn down, or stuff like that. Like having an ever-changing map, I think would be really, really cool. I'd also like to see more diverse like spawn sets of cars and stuff like that, more variation in the NPCs, their dialogue, everything like that, more variation in the cars that spawn around you. For example, you guys know what happens, like you'll be driving around in GTA and all of a sudden you'll see 52 Dubstas and like 30 Meibatsu Penumbras, and then a bunch of Dundreary Landstalkers, or like there's literally the Dubsta and the Mammoth spawn set, you know, that sort of stuff. But like get rid of the sort of spawn sets, or at least diversify the spawn sets, so it's like you're not seeing 50 Dubstas and 50 Mammoth Patriots and like 3 other cars. It'd be nice to see like, you know, 1 Dubsta, 1 Patriot, 1 Meibatsu Penumbra, 1 Chevelle Surge, 1 Chevelle like Taipan or something like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like break it up a little bit, have different cars spawning in the spawn sets. I think that would be super sick to see. Just more diversity, make the game a little bit more immersive. You're not just seeing 20 of the same car when you're driving around. I think that that would be really cool to see. And the number one thing that I want to see in GTA 6, the number one thing that I want in every single game, is just a massive map, a huge map. I think that's the most important thing for a game's lifespan, especially like GTA 5. If GTA 5's map was just bigger, like say it was double, maybe triple the size that it is, it would be so much more interesting to play GTA 5. I do understand that the map for GTA 5 is pretty big. However, it's not that big. Like, especially after 10 years, like I could probably drive around on the GTA 5 map blindfolded and I would still get to where I'm going because I've done it so many times. So having a bigger map, you know, 3 times the size of the GTA 5 map, maybe 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, that would be so sick to see, because it would make the game so much more interesting. It would take players longer to explore it. And then also, in addition to that, adding like underwater things as well, like they did with GTA 5, but just more of them, you know, giving players kind of an incentive to actually explore the map, I think would be really cool. And also making the map a little bit more interesting, where like the use of like boats and planes would be a little bit more necessary than in GTA 5. Like, with GTA 5's map, by the time you drive to the airport to get a plane, you could already be in Paleto Bay. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a supercar, you're starting from, say, the Vinewood Hills, and you need to get to Paleto Bay, it's honestly faster to just drive your supercar all the way to Paleto Bay rather than driving down to the airport, going and getting in the plane, and then just flying up to Paleto Bay. Like, you get there faster in the supercar. You know, for GTA 6, if the map was like a lot bigger or whatever, and there was water and like bridges and stuff in between, like say islands type of thing, you'd actually have to, you know, use boats a little bit more often, use planes a little bit more often, to actually get to the places that you want to go. And I think that that would make a super interesting dynamic. It would make the game not so dependent on, you know, cars, but it could be a little bit more dependent on all modes of transportation. Like, for example, you could even have trains or buses in GTA that you can hop on the train or the bus to get to another part of the map, and maybe it'll fast travel, or maybe they just go really fast, you know, stuff like that. Which is forcing you to do you know, different things, I think would be kind of cool. And I think that it would, you know, make GTA 6 a little bit more enjoyable, and the lifespan of the game, I feel like, would be a lot better than GTA 5's lifespan. With that being said, GTA 5 is doing fine, you know, considering it's almost 10 years old. It's doing all right, but if GTA 7 is going to take, you know, another 10 years to make after GTA 6 comes out, you better give us some content with GTA 6, you know what I mean? Make that map, you know, nice and big. So yeah, anyway guys, those are the 10 things that I want to see in GTA 6. Leave your comments down below. I want to see what you guys want to see in GTA 6. If you agree with anything that I said in this video, if you want to see these same things, make sure you leave a like and, you know, comment down below and let me know that you agree. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. As soon as GTA 6 comes out, you bet your boy is making lots and lots of videos on that. But until then, we're gonna keep making the GTA 5 content. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.